Everybody, welcome to a quick version, and once again, of Storm Talk. A little crazy here with the schedule this week, but I'll try to knock out a quick version here, and then maybe an update to the longer term this evening if I get a moment. Two systems of interest. One will be Thursday, two-prong type of deal there, and then maybe another one, another trough digging in that we have to watch April 7th and the 8th. All right, let's start with today. Beautiful outside, a little breezy out of the northeast winds, trying to balance out the sunlight. They've got a higher sun angle, so it's a battle. Which one's going to win more, the cooler northeast flow or the sun angle to get us into around 64, 65 for high today? It's still possible. The air is very dry, so we'll see how it plays out. We should hit our high temperature this time of year until closer to 5 or 6 p.m., so we got a few hours of warming to go, but really nice day outside. Our big headache, though, for this week is going to be the system now that is developing across the Rockies. Look at that spinning motion. I mean, you can clearly see where it is now in the Rockies, a deep trough that digs all the way down to the Baja Peninsula. And this thing's going to move on out with a good moisture flow as we head into the middle of the week. Here is the RPM model, in-house model, showing the wind arrow direction and the temperatures. Tonight, a little chilly. Now, I think the southeast flow will keep a lot of us very close to where we were this morning, generally around 40 degrees or so, maybe a little warmer than that, but we're not expecting any issues with frost tonight. Tomorrow, we will see a good south wind. Now, how long we stay sunny will determine how warm we get. I still think we have a chance to overachieve and get into the 70s. For tomorrow afternoon, but if the cloud cover thickens too quickly, that won't happen. We'll get close to 70 and maybe stop there. Then the rain breaks out, but notice the angle of the rain is going to be southwest to northeast, so it's likely going to be a situation for those of you from, say, Litchfield and Corydon all the way through Scottsburg and Austin, Indiana to North Vernon to see the rain first Wednesday night, especially after sunset into the overnight period, and then we'll see that rain spread to the east for the morning rush along the Ohio River. And it could be heavy rain in some cases. I mean, easily pick up a couple of inches of rain out of some of these bands. The rain will continue throughout Thursday morning. So Thursday morning just looks soggy and wet. Nothing severe expected, but it will be heavy rain. Some lightning and thunder, can't rule it out, but more heavy rain than anything. All right. Then we get to a crucial part of the forecast Thursday, because the cold front, as you can tell by the wind arrows, this is not the cold front Thursday morning. This is a precursor, basically, a little wave of warmth. So we get a chance to see a partly cloudy sky develop. Now, this is where the model is struggling because it's seen the potential for us to climb quickly well into the 70s. Some of the models taking it close to 80 Thursday afternoon. The model then begins to deplect the very unstable atmosphere, so it begins to pop a few little spotty areas of green, which would be some showers and thunderstorms popping in random spots Thursday afternoon. The question is, can this organize into something a little more stronger for severe potential? And the RPM is trying to break out a line that will develop along the front itself Thursday night around sunset and then marches to the east. It is trying to indicate that the stronger part of that line will be eastern Kentucky down into central Tennessee. And the latest run here, the GFS, has been supportive of that as well, and including the Canadian model, the Euro, all indicating that if there is going to be a line that forms Thursday evening, it will likely get going at its strongest point to the south of Louisville. But we'll monitor it carefully because we can't rule out that the activity may actually blossom closer to the front itself in our area, but we'll see how that plays out. This is the NAM model showing the surge of rain early in the day on Thursday. By midday, again, the heaviest to the east, we get a break in the action, and then we'll see the line break out. But notice what it's doing. It's kind of showing a very scattered look to the line, very broken line of showers and thunderstorms, and then the next frame, if I were to show that, would show a little more organized activity as you get more into time here in the southeast section of our area. So at this point, the Storm Prediction Center has us in a marginal risk that extends all the way through our area, just as something to monitor. It's hard to say in these kind of setups. They're most challenging because when you're betting on the idea that the morning rain is going to end on time at 11 a.m. and we're going to see breaks in the cloud deck and get us in the 70s, that's a tricky situation because sometimes those don't always play out well, as you all know, especially this far in advance on model data. Sometimes these systems can linger longer with what we call stratiform rain that may linger for a while throughout the midday period on Thursday. And if we stay cloudy and gloomy and spotty rain showers into the afternoon, we're not going to climb into the 70s and become very unstable. And shower generation will be the best we'll see out of that instead of thunderstorms. So something to monitor. It's not a sure bet by any stretch. I think a marginal right now is safe to go with this kind of a setup. Let's give it more time, and then we'll dive into it. Here's the wind fields, by the way, on the NAM model, showing decent wind shear for severe potential for Thursday night, and showing modest capes or instability that develop with the sun breaks into the afternoon into the early evening. GFS, by the way, more progressive with this idea. It still aims for Tennessee, taking the brunt of the thunderstorm redevelopment as the stronger winds quickly move into the eastern Ohio Valley. Very little wind energy to work with here locally. So the two models, GFS, the Euro, and the GFS and the NAM, not exactly agreeing on the speed of this front, the instability factors, and also the strongest wind shear. Still a little displaced on both of the models. So still some fine-tuning to be done here. All right, after that, Friday night, we have a little wave that come through. This is the Euro. This is going to be a little cold shot Friday night, early Saturday morning, probably in the 30s. Not a hard freeze deal, and I really don't see it being a frost deal either. Maybe some drizzle out of that. We'll monitor that potential, but it looks to be nocturnal, so most of it will be missed if you're sleeping. All right, the weekend looks okay. Relatively seasonable for the weekend, by the way. But then next week, Monday night into Tuesday, another wave drops in. This is the Euro again. May squeeze out some showers, some chilly showers at that, by the way, on Tuesday. So Tuesday we may see another dip in temperature, but then after that we rebound back into a warm spell, and that will set the stage for around April 7th and 8th, where we have another trough digging in. This is the GFS showing, at this point, some decent winds ahead of that trough. Some instability, but it's really hard to pinpoint any type of severe weather potential this far out on models, but it is something at least we will monitor. All right, that's it for now, guys. And of course, I'll try to do another update this evening on the longer term if I get a moment. If not, I'll have to tackle that tomorrow. Have a good day, and I'll see you on TV.